Okay, so the modern and the new technique of achieving the decision tree or the process map is through Office 365. And you can navigate to the insert menu and then you will see Visio Data Visualizer. So this is what we are looking at, and this comes with Office 365 and above. So pretty simple, you need to click on Visio Data Visualizer and it takes few time and you will have three different options, that is to create a basic flowchart, cross-functional flowchart and organizational chart. So let's stick on to the basic one for now. I'll click on basic flowchart and then you have multiple options through which I'm going to start with a quick start to create a quick and dirty decision tree. So once you hit create, it'll create a format of a table with some values, and on to the right, you will see the flowchart being created. And this is the sample flowchart what we'll be working on. Let's investigate what columns we have and how can we modify this data to our requirement. Let me zoom this a bit. Okay, and then let me bring this here. So first column talks about process ID. The second column is process step description, and then next step, connector, shape type, and alternative text. So what is process step ID? So process step ID is just the numerical value, or I would say the serial number given to each and every step. That is for start, it is P100. For decision, it is P200. For process, it's 300. And to stop, it is P400. And what is the next step? Next step is the next step after we start from the starting point. So P100 is the starting point and where you want to jump next. It is P200. That is P200 is nothing but your decision. And what happens after decision? You can separate that with a comma saying that P300 and P400. So this basically tells it's not a single way. It is like you are disconnecting or you are having two different paths starting from the decision. And that is what we are looking at. And that is P300 is a process which is going here and P400 is stop where you want to stop the process. And connector label. So connector label having blank will have a single arrow, which means there is no yes or no or true or false involved. It's just one decision. If you have yes and no or yes comma no, it is going to bifurcate your decision from one step to two different steps. And then you have shape type, which has a multiple value like start, end, document, data, database, external, and you have ton of things and you can customize your shape as well. So basically for our simple process, we'll stick on to the icons or the shape what is inbuilt. So if you are doing any engineering flowchart or anything related to the database, you can use the data or database where you can process from the data input to the data wrangling to the data visualization. Okay, and this alternative text is an optional, so we are not going to deal about that and we'll start inputting the data. So basically, I would say process step description is the column we will be working on. Let me make this as an input field and we'll take a simple example of what happens after graduation. So my starting step is graduation. I just graduated. And once I click or make any changes to the table, if you hit refresh, the data will automatically change. And after graduation, my next step is yes or no. Like, what would be my next step? My decision would be like job. Let me refresh. And if it is yes, then what will happen? Yes is the P300. So, which basically is work hard. So, I am going to write here work hard. And then if I'm not going for a job, then what I'm going to do is masters. So I'm gonna pursue with my studies. So I'm gonna say masters and then refresh. So this is the basic flowchart what we have created. And it is not that you have to stick on to the 4 steps. You can even enlarge or you can expand your horizon to multiple versions. So what you can do is create a new row. You can select the entire row and click on insert. It will create a new uh, table, new row in a table. And as you can see, we have P300 and we are missing some data here. And the Excel is showing that as a bad cell. And we also have a data checker which says you have to input the process ID. So now the P400 will become P500 and this blank cell, I will call it as P400. And as you can also see, there is a duplicate. Wow, this is a good thing in Excel. So even though if you have a duplicate, it doesn't mess up your flowchart. It gives you a warning that you have a duplicate cells. So let's make this P500 and there you go. The error message is gone. And let me make this as masters and I will call this as N and shape type. What do I call? I'll call it as data. This nothing to do with a flowchart or a real life scenario. I just wanted to show you how does the data shape look like. And if I click on refresh, here you go. But do you see something? There is no connection between the graduation and to the end because I have not added the connector. So I'm missing this part. So if I type P500 and then refresh, there you go. So this will connect the dots. And if you miss anything, so it's pretty easy to troubleshoot and fix. And you can learn yourself, and this will take maximum 2 to 3 minutes for you to create a wonderful flowchart or a decision tree. I hope you like this video. If you feel this is very informative and if you want me to make more such videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.